flag, and I am in the back. I did not qualify, and then I ended up getting held up by that GR86 on the right-hand side and put behind a Miata for these first set of turns. It wasn't too much of a deal, actually. Once we got past the turns, the GR86 is just so much faster on exits that it blows by those Miatas. My main goal here was actually to catch up to the GR86s in front. Going down in this double right-hander, I was carrying a lot of speed, and I saw this incident on the left-hand side, and I was not expecting him to pull out in front of me and kill me. And that was the end of my race. I had to go to the pits, and that was that.
Green, green, green.
Moving on to race 2, again in the back because I really do not like qualifying. This lap was an absolute carnage. I thought I was going to die. So everyone starts slowing down, big accident. It feels like a genuine parking lot. Guys backwards on the right. Miatas are now in front of me. We got a guy off the track into the right, and I thought he was going to sideswipe me here, so I went in a little deep. Now I'm in the middle. Miata's on his side. All sorts of problem. That guy got spun around. I'm just trying my hardest not to die, and somehow I made it through this without any incidents. I didn't touch a single car. No incident points, no nothing. I made it out unscathed. That would actually be a trend throughout this entire race. There's a lot of points where I definitely should have gotten an incident because either I mess up or someone else messes up, and I somehow just make it out unscathed. As we go up through the uphill S's, this guy in front of me is going really slow. I'm just like, I know I've got the pace to pass him. I just need to find the right place. I would just be really hesitant. I ended up making the move right here. He goes a little wider. I take a narrower line. Going down into the hairpin, I brake just a tiny bit later just to kind of show that I am. This is the position I want. I go for the switchback. We go into an accident. He gets a bad line, and I'm able to pull that move off. Now, this car in front of me is going to be a car that we see quite a bit here. The two cars in front, they end up pitting. I'm pretty sure they had like a drive-through or some type of damage. But this little yellow ducky car in front of us, he drives a little erratically. I was not a big fan of it. I had a really hard time following him because I felt like I couldn't make a move without causing an incident, and I really didn't want any incident points. So I ended up driving really, really passive for a good bit of this race. At a certain point, I decided to just slot in behind him. He was driving quick enough, even though his line was kind of weird, that we were actually able to catch the back in front. Now, going through these final set of turns on the back end of lap 10, getting ready to go into lap 11, this white car in front of the ducky car actually gets a really bad exit, and because of that, we were able to actually pull off a move there. And now at this point, we've actually been following, it's been this pack of cars, and there's one car up front, the red car. He kind of just ran away. He was able to get in front of, he was the second originally. He was able to get in front of the car in the very front, and then he just ran away with it. He was way too quick. As we're going down in these double right-handers, this is where I've been making up most of my time, actually. For some reason, I was a lot quicker through here. And then on the exit of the end of the S's at the top of the hill, I tended to be slower. So I knew here is where I could work on getting something set up and actually be able to make that pass happen. He ends up cutting me off a little bit short there. Really good defensive line, kind of keeping me in check, keeping me humble. That car that was in front ended up spinning out, and he is right back in front as we go down into the hairpin. I am not far, or I'm not close enough to make a move here, so I decided just to slot in, see if I can get a good exit, and pull a gap on the car behind. Going down into lap 12, the double right-handers. Again, quite a bit quicker through here. I decided to slow up and kind of check myself up. I was able to get a better run going into the uphill S's. I decided to go side by side. Tried to get us down on the second S, but he actually took a better line and stopped me a bit there. I was right up on him going down into the hairpin. I wanted to stay with it, see if I could potentially get a switchback, and then I fell back because, again, that bad exit. I tried to fake a move, try and throw him off his line. It did not work. He was solid. Now, coming through these last complex of turns, my main goal again, just to stick with these guys. I really wanted to make a move happen before the end of this race, but I just couldn't find a good opening where I could do it cleanly. As we go into this final turn, a Miata actually spins out and actually stops the car in front of the Ducky car. Throws him on a bad line and allows both of us to make that pass. We ended up going side by side pretty much all the way through the straight. Ducky car was giving me a draft. I had just a tiny bit of an advantage there. He ended up falling back, just slotting in behind as we go into the first turn. From here, I know we're in the back end of the race. We're really starting to wind down. There's going to be more mistakes as things start to pile up, stress, just fatigue from racing. I am right on the Ducky car's tail, and as we're getting ready to go into the double right-hander, I decided to just lift a little bit, let him kind of get ahead, open up that gap so I don't rear-end him when he hits the brakes, and I'm right back on him getting ready to go into those uphill S's. Through here, it looks like he goes a little bit deep, and so I decided to actually try and go for a move, and he cuts me off. And there's a guy dead on the right. I don't know what happened to him. I actually didn't even look. Going down into the hairpin, I am significantly closer than I was last time. I decide to go for it, and I take that inside line. I overslow a little bit, and I think that kind of threw me off. We ended up going side by side into the last set of turns. He's got the inside for this, and he ends up taking it. Through here, I've got the inside for this turn. I ended up taking quite a shallow line. He was able to get back in front of me, and I gave him a little bit of a bump right here. That pushed him wide, and that actually allowed me to pull off that position. He ended up just slotting in behind, and that is the last we would see of the Ducky car for the rest of the race. The rest of the race is pretty calm. No real passes.